Welcome to the channel, it's the Wicked One. We're going to do a little review on the Storm Elemental. Going over stats real quick. He has 11,154 attack and 107,791 health. Got extra unit damage, which is nice. Magic resistance is fairly low. Faster movement speed for a caster. Normally they're about 80. And 400 range, which I believe is the normal for the range units. Okay. So the movement speed for all range units is 90. So that's normal. Casters are slower and they have less range, so Storm Elemental is a ranged unit. I do have him 5 stars, barely. Going over his abilities, we have Static Marker. When the battle starts, Storm Elemental unit applies static to all enemy units in its path for 19 seconds. The Storm Elemental's normal attacks have a 16% chance of casting lightning at the target, causing 300% damage. Elemental Force. When the Storm Elemental is on a battlefield, it increases damage reduction of air spells for all friendly units by 20.1% and reduces damage reduction of air spells from all enemy units by 13.4%. When Storm Elemental is on a battlefield, increase friendly heroes' initial mana by 14.9. Then you have Static Pierce. Storm Elemental's unit damage reduction increased by 15%. The effect doubles if the target is suffering from static. It is a conflux unit, so it does increase your magic resistance when you have conflux units out, and it does increase damage to non-conflux units. That's at red, which we're only orange right now. I don't have the Gelu buff, which would be another 200 critical hit for ranged units. That would be pretty useful with this character. And then we'll go over a little testing for him. We'll drop this unit out, find Storm Elemental. There he is. Now we're gonna go Dwarf and Earth Elemental. And or else the Dwarf will give him a buff and give him a buff for more tankiness. And on the other side, we're gonna do the same thing for the tanks. We're gonna put Orc. Orc is considered the most overall best ranged unit in the game. There's certain ranged units that are better with like heroes, like with Gelu, you end up buffing Marksman and the Elves. So they end up beating him in that situation, but every other situation Orc seems better. So far, it looks like Storm Elemental's killing the tank a little faster. So if you look at the Storm Elemental, when his beams turn that yellowish, that means they're going to be a critical hit. They do 3 times damage. Pretty close. But it still looks like Orc might be the champion here. Orc's only purple +2, and they were basically tied there for DPS. We'll have to look at the stats though, because it might be the Orc's bleed that puts him over the edge. It's a good damage test. Okay, 13, almost 14 million against a 11.5 million. It's fairly close. Orc ended up dying faster, but his last ability gives him healing with every critical hit. So this ability did 32% of its damage. It only activates 16% of the time. That's pretty interesting. Cool. Well, he's not a bad ranged unit. My orc is 6-star, but there you have it. A review on the Storm Elemental. Not a bad unit. He's got some usefulness. I believe if you can get him even more stars, this will go up to 20%. And that's 1 in every 5 hits will end up doing triple damage, so that's not bad. And he does help protect against the unit's damage when they're under static, which is his first ability. Ends up reducing their resistance to elemental damage, which would be his damage. So he's going to burst pretty hard. It's kind of his role as a burst ranged unit. And he protects from spells and give you extra mana. So he's good in a caster deck just for the initial mana. And he protects against the universal spell everyone has from the artifacts. So that's also another use you can use for him. This Titan Thunder. 21,000. Hits multiple times. Pretty strong. Costs nothing. See you guys later. Bye.